Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshear and I will not be running the game tonight. We have this guy for that. Over there.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
He's
I'm
texting
doing
about
the thing.
he's texting about the Barbie movie right now. Jason's going to join us in a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
He's in his Barbie
I
world.
always get Madeira and Cooner mixed up.
Oh, yes.
We're back to the Stevie geography
The
quiz.
Simi Valley
To be
Geography.
fair-
It's been quite an exciting half hour here.
I used to live off of Cooner,
Right.
but it's been like over 20 years. Probably over 25. Oof.
You're old.
Yeah. Definitely.
Tell us what we're doing tonight, Jay.
Alrighty. Well, we are playing Borg tonight again. This is our fourth Borg session. Second session where I've got people bringing characters back. So, there's continuity this time.
All right.
Continuity. It's like a real ongoing game or something. Yeah. So we're actually going to be we're going to be working through a conversion I'm doing really poorly for an old D&D adventure. And yeah, so if everyone wants to, if we want to clockwise style introduce ourselves, introduce our characters.
Yeah, you got it. So I'm actually going to do the last little bit of my prep right now because I'm playing Slug, the occult herb master, returning from last time, who I will read you his descriptors. He is endlessly aggravated and bitter. He has broken, crushed ears. He won't use a blade without testing it on his own flesh, so his arms are knitted with scars. And this is also the reason why his weapon is a club. An identity thief killed him and replaced the real one. So I'm actually not Slug. But as far as you know, my name is Slug. And as an occult herb master, I create every morning 2 randomly determined potions. So I'm going to roll to see what those are.
Well, Steve,
do that later?
We'll do that later.
You got it. Okay.
So,
all right. How about Dean?
Dean, you're new to the stream.
I am
right?
clockwise. Yes, I am. This is my first time here, and it's very exciting. I'm playing Ethel. Ethel is a heretical priestess. She is a priestess of the inner light. We'll have fun discovering what that is. And I'm the sole survivor of massacred aliens cult. I am hunted by the 2-headed basilisk of the one true faith. I can be found raving in ruins, traipsing endlessly up and down dusty roads, and desecrating the cathedrals by night, like you do. I have an inferiority complex. I am prone to substance abuse, hauntingly beautiful. I'm a gilf. Unnervingly clean, and won't use a blade without testing it on my own flesh. My arms are knitted with scars, and I have a rare and sought-after item, apparently.
Ooh.
We have the blade thing in common. We were going to have to do something about that.
We can be cut buddies.
Oh, God.
So, trigger warning for those who have problems with self-harm.
Yeah,
Trigger
or
warning to middle school D.
pretty much anything that you might need a trigger warning for, just tap out now.
That's what Borg is. I mean, you can look at the skeleton man up there and just know this is what you're into.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the light stuff.
I mean, quick aside, I love that like in the rulebook, there's a page where it's just femur 1d4 damage. It's like
That's the whole page.
So it's
Well, I
literally
mean,
the entire
technically
page
that's
is telling you
part of
here's
a
one
spread,
weapon.
but
Yeah.
The art of this book is just phenomenal. It's if you don't play it, you just buy the book because it's a nice thing to have.
I bought this book before I had this show, and I thought I'd never play it, and I just wanted the book. Yeah.
And for anyone who's following at home, Stockholm Cartel did just, in the last week, release a free no art version of Borg.
Yes.
So if you don't want all the really out there graphic design,
And it's
Which you
arguably
should want
1,000
because it's
times more
gorgeous.
usable.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
I remember Mia played Borg with us once, and her concern was that exactly, that the art style, it was form over function, and she was having trouble parsing the rules mentally. And so if that's you, get the artless version.
Because it's free.
Yeah, and in fact, this is like the one time I actually bought the physical copy of the book after we played because I just liked it so much. I was like, I got to get it.
Guys,
I'm sorry for taking this off track.
No problem. I was just going to throw out one more thing. I think this is the first stream we've done where every person on the call has their own physical copy of the book.
Right.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Dean went and bought one like last week after he signed up.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've
Now
been
you
wanting to
just
play
need
this
to get
for a long
Death in
time.
Space and Cyborg when it comes out.
Nice.
All right. Anyway, Kenny, sorry.
Yes, so I shall be playing. My name is Tim. I am an esoteric hermit who wandered memoriously from the mouth of the cavern at the cliffs of Terrion. He's cowardly, he's worried, but when he's always in dire straits, he turns to his best friend, which is a rabbit skull that he talks to.
I can't believe that you still rank that rabbit skull higher than Slug.
Well, I would like to point out to our audiovisual people that Slug should probably have quotation marks around his name since he's probably not really Slug.
I was thinking that earlier. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna make the change.
I mean, it could be that whoever took it over is also named Slug. We have no. We don't know what this person.
True.
I can be the only Slug, so that's why he did it.
But since we don't know for sure, I think the quotation marks are still warranted.
With the question mark.
How can I apply the question mark in such a way that the question mark applies to the quotations and not to the Slug?
I like it. All of us have decidedly non-metal names for being in such a metal world.
I thought Slug was pretty metal. I don't know.
Is there anything else special y'all want to talk about your characters at all?
Well, Tim has the power to speak the truth twice a day, and as well as his mystical power is he has a consuming glare. So he's got the evil eye.
I have my list of sins, which ostensibly lets me see unseen evildoers. Should I use it?
Nice.
I have some scrolls. I have Grace for a Sinner, which can give someone a plus 1d6 on a roll. And I have False Dawn Knight's Chariot, where I can make something light or pitch black for 3d10 minutes. And I believe that one is the scroll I found during our last adventure. Because Slug and Tim survived an adventure, which in Merkborg makes them superheroes.
And I got one more hit point because of it.
Yeah.
As you do.
Oh, do we get our? The question is, do we get our omens back as well? Did those reset?
Yeah, just reset your omens.
Okay.
If you haven't already rolled, if you haven't rolled for them, just roll for them. It'll make sense once we get going.
Yeah.
Copy that, Chief. All right.
Oh, also, of note, I have 2 health points. So.
Yeah.
What?
He has
I have 2 hit points.
So you're right up there with Tim.
I have 6. I have 6 now.
No, Tim has 50% more hit points.
Oh, okay. You've got 3. Oh, I was thinking of your first character.
Right, no, it was my last character. I gained a hit point when we went up
At the end of the
a
session.
level.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Although my toughness went down, so I have a -1 on toughness. So I have 1 more hit point, but I'm at least less resistant.
Oh my goodness. All right. So did you all have noted down like your food and water and everything?
Yes.
Cool. So let's get this party started. Or in this case, this caravan started. Days ago, well, before even that, we should get into why you're all here. Tim, Slug, you were hanging out in the Spire of Spite, as was your wont, when that smell, that meaty, like, you couldn't even tell if it was still just that meaty fart smell. It was growing and spreading throughout the tower, just with a cosmic malevolence that you couldn't breathe, and you had to just get the fuck out of it. It was a stink from beyond this world.
Yeah, we spent days trying to clean it, but
oh yeah, you tried to clean, and even when you actually tried to clean, it did nothing. The smell would just get more and more just stinky. And Ethel, you're on the run from the twin basilisks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's great. So, hence why you all joined this caravan, this Wastelands caravan, where halfway across the waste, a terrible storm struck, separating your party from the rest of the caravan. When the storm died down, you found you were alone. The caravan was nowhere in sight. The wastes unrecognizable. As the dunes had been blown into new patterns, you were lost. You headed east, the same way the caravan was headed before the storm. Days passed. Your mounts died, and you soon drank the last of your water. The end of the waste was not in sight. The second day after your water ran out, you stumbled upon a number of stone blocks sticking out of a dune. Investigation showed that the sand covered the remains of a tall stone wall. On the other side of the stone wall was a ruined city. The stone blocks of the city had toppled and cracked with the passage of time. Sand had covered most of the buildings. The stones that remained uncovered had been scoured smooth by the blowing sands. In the center of the city towered a step pyramid. It had 5 step-like tiers, each 20 feet high. The bottommost tier was almost completely covered in sand. On top of the highest tier were 3 30-foot-tall statues. The statue on the left was a strong, bearded man holding a balance in one hand and a lightning bolt in the other. The middle statue was a winged child with 2 snakes twined about his body. The child held a wand in one hand and a handful of coins in the other. The statue on the right was of a beautiful woman. In her hands she held a sheaf of wheat and a sword. On the south side of the pyramid, a ramp with stairs led from the ground to the top of the highest tier. A quick search of the ruins revealed no source of food or water, so you decided to climb the pyramid. In the side of the ramp, level with the floor of the top tier, you found a secret door. So, all that food and water, scrap it.
All right.
You are out of food and water.
Mine was lemon flavored. Oh man.
Empty water skin.
So should I still have 2 potions for today?
You can still have 2 potions. So roll your 2 potions.
All right. Let's see. Black poison and Hyphos innervating snuff.
What was the second one?
It's I rolled a 7 on the Occult Herb Master page. It's Hyphos innervating snuff.
Snuff.
I feel innovated.
And venerating snuff. Okay. Also, Can everyone give me a D20 roll?
All right.
16.
13.
16.
Excellent. So, this secret door is a slab of stone that hid a secret entrance into the pyramid. It is now held open by the dead body of someone one of the other people who was part of this caravan. Their body just completely desiccated, and you're unsure if that is just the sand and the desert doing its thing or something else. But you would swear that it has been dead for several weeks, and there is a bolt sticking out of its chest.
Oh, that was Gregory. He was so kind to me.
Yes, it was.
I guess Ethel will. She has good presence. Can I see if there was like a booby trap that like shot this person in the chest, or some such?
You were literally looking at a stone door wedged open by this body.
Ah.
So what are you doing?
I guess peeking into the door and seeing what's on the other side before we commit to opening it more.
So the sun's pretty high right now, and you can see like you're not touching anything, you're just looking. I mean, you can see the stone wall on the like in that crack, but you can't get enough you can't get a good enough vantage point or a good enough vantage without opening the door to look in further.
How massive is it? Is it like, can we open it, or is this like you need like crazy strength?
No, it's meant to be opened.
Okay.
It's just big, and it's not meant to be seen.
This looks like a job for the young people.
I will have a look at this Gregory fellow. Wasn't he the one who sold potion supplies, or was that Gerald? I'm gonna go down to Gregory, and I'm gonna go.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna go through his pockets and stuff.
Cool. You go through his pockets, and well, you would go through his pockets, but the pockets he has are obviously turned out. Somebody has already gone through his pockets.
We are not the first ones to rob this dead man. Does he have anything like gold fillings I could pry out, or?
Well, I mean, you remember he did have a gold tooth. But when you peel his like dry lips back, there's just a gap where that tooth would have been.
I'm gonna look up at Tim and say, I heard a story about a man whose skeleton turned out to be made of metal. You think we could? You think if he had a metal skeleton, we could sell that?
Fuck, what was that?
I think I too have heard of this metal skeleton man.
Was that from the first adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different characters.
No, but I'm like, wait, this sounds really familiar. Was this from something I ran?
It was.
Yes.
Well,
what about the crossbow bolts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to take the crossbow bolts?
Yeah, I'll try and take it out.
Okay. Yeah, who's taking out the crossbow bolts?
I'll let
Tim will
Tim
do
do it.
so very cowardly with his staff, try and knock it out of the chest.
Ooh, then give me an
Strength test?
no. This is gonna be. You know, I'm just gonna be mean and say, give me an agility check.
Okay. Right.
DR 12.
Okay.
DR 12.
So I get a +1. Let's see. 3 + 1 is 4. So I'm assuming that doesn't make it.
No, so you're trying to get you're trying to hit it, like knock it out, but I mean
Right.
it's stuck in his chest. So you give it a little whack, and just the back half of the shaft just snaps off and goes flying into the sand.
Cheap quality.
While Tim is doing that, I'd like to address Ethel and say, is this sight troubling you, old mother?
Oh no, no, not at all, dearie.
Well, I hope that it
If
isn't.
you want, I can see if the skeleton is metal. And she pulls out her meat cleaver.
I'm glad that you feel that way. I was about to suggest that since we are out of food and drink, that here lies both, if we have the stomach for it.
Honey, this isn't my first time cannibalizing. And then she goes down and she starts hacking chunks off of Gregory.
Well, then I'm going to go over to Tim and I'm going to whisper, it's another cannibal. We may have to kill her.
Let's see if Gregory has gotten any of an inner light. And she starts like going down the arm with a meat cleaver.
Oh, boy. Once again, trigger warning.
Yeah.
After the fact.
You know what, Ethel? Can you give me a DR 14 presence check?
That's a 16, baby.
Oh,
This
wow.
is my first time carving a dead man.
Apparently not.
It is definitely
roll me
not
a
her
D4.
first time carving a dead man. Roll your D4.
Yeah.
How many pounds of flesh? Oh, that's 1.
Cool. You've got the makings for one ration out of what you get off this body.
Oh,
Looks like we got makings of a soup, gentlemen.
Gregory was leaner than I believed him.
Well, I mean, it's the leaner, more dried out. You know, maybe Ethel didn't cut him up as well as she could have.
How dare you?
I think at this point, Slug, thinking that, you know, we're trapped out here in this sandy desert with no direction. You know, the last time we found a random building in the middle of a wasteland, it turned out to be where we needed to hang out for a while. So I'm going to try and enter this hallway tentatively. I will keep my eyes open for any tripwires or other trap mechanisms as I do so.
Okay, so you are opening this. You're opening the door up.
Yeah, it's not open enough to pass through, is what you're saying.
Pardon?
You said the body was wedged in the doorway.
Yeah, so like the door is trying to close,
Okay.
but there's a body in the way.
So it's open, but not enough for me to get through.
No.
So I'll open it.
Okay. Well, as you open the door and the
I'm sorry.
midday sun...
Before you narrate, I just want to clarify. I'm behind the door, pulling it open in case of crossbow
You can't
bolts.
do that.
Okay, damn it.
Because the door opens into the passageway.
Well then,
Damn
fuck
it,
me.
hinges.
All right.
You can use
But, I mean,
Gregory as a shield.
You could stand off to the side and try and push it.
I'll do whatever I can to stay.
Else.
I'll do whatever I can to stay out of dead center of the hallway.
Okay, so Slug is surreptitiously pushing this door open. Ethel, Tim, where are you in relation to all this?
As far away as possible, but not seemingly so, right? Like, Tim is guarding the rear to ensure that no one is sneaking up from behind.
Ethel is absolutely still carving the hell out of Gregory, even if there's no meat left on it, and she seems to be really enjoying it.
Well, I mean, Gregory is in the door. Okay, cool. So
she's like knelt down in front of him as she's pushing the door over him.
So as Slug opens the door, light streams into this hall, which Ethel, if you glance up at this because, oh, look, you can see things now, like you were trying to do earlier. And you can see that this hallway goes about 30 feet down. And at the end of the hall, you can see a really obvious little alcove with a crossbow like a crossbow in it, propped up so it would fire at whoever opened the door.
Oh, Gregory, you poor fool. And then she like pats him on the cheek and says, "Thanks for holding the door, sweetie. Manners are so hard to come by." And then she steps into the room.
Mother Ethel, did you find any valuables inside his person?
Are his bones metal?
No, they're just bones.
Just boring, stupid bones. Come on, children. And then she walks in.
All right.
Tim will follow.
I guess Slug's first and Tim's bringing up the rear.
Give me just a hot second and I will be right back with y'all.
Okie dokie.
He's bringing a fantastically made 3D printed map he's been working on for the past month and a half. And if it's anything less than that, I'm leaving this chat.
Or he had to go to the bathroom.
It's 9 p.m. and I'm no longer going to get charged through the nose for having my AC on.
Nice.
I live out in the fucking desert. It's like just shy of 100 degrees here right now.
Ooh.
Wow. Cool. So as you make your way into this hallway, you can see on the in the dust on the floor that more than one person has traveled into this in here. Sorry, I am blah blah blah. Yeah, the passage floor is covered with dust. Several pairs of footprints can be seen leading inward. About 30 feet in is the niche with the crossbow in it, and where that, like the wall where that niche is, the passage makes a sharp 90-degree left and heads into a door. Well, it heads, yeah.
And I'm sorry, you said that was 30 feet ahead?
Yeah, basically 30 feet in, and then there's a 90-degree turn to the left, and another 30 feet, and there's a doorway.
Is there any decorations on these walls, anything to indicate the purpose of this place?
No, they are just very well-made stone walls. Ethel, what did you do with that body when you were done butchering it?
I just let it flop to the ground.
Roll me a d20.
All right. Oh, I'll roll it better than that. That's a 1.
Oh, nice.
I love the extremes.
Yeah. So you just, whatever, toss that body aside.
I'm done with you.
You all get in a ways, and you hear a soft, like stone on sand grinding noise as the light extinguishes behind you and the door shuts.
Gregory, you're supposed to be holding the door open. Oh, that boy.
Do any of you have some kind of light source?
I do. I have
a lantern, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Nice.
scroll, but I'll hold off.
I have a lantern with 7 hours of oil.
Yeah, I don't
So I'll
think
light that
mine-
bad boy up.
All right.
All right.
Ethel has come prepared.
Ethel has a gigantic purse full of things. She pulls out like 5 different hard candies that are, I guess not because we have no food, and then she pulls out the lantern.
Have you any chapstick?
But, yes, of course, sweetie. And she pulls out. I'm trying to improvise like a hilarious thing for what you call it. I can't. Here you go. This is Bert's bodies. There.
Yeah. I'll open it, see that it is blood red and attracting flies, and I'll just put it back on and hand it back to you.
There's a small finger bone protruding from the top of it.
So yeah, y'all are at the corner of this hallway. 30 feet behind you is the shut secret door that Gregory apparently didn't feel like holding open. And 30 feet in front of you is another door.
Before I traverse the next 30 feet, I would like to look for additional triggers. Do I see
There's already a lot in this episode.
any loose stones or any? I mean, tripwire seems too simplistic for a space like this, but if there are any, I'd like to look for them. Anything like that. In fact, I will add to that, if I may. You mentioned footprints in the dust. I will look for footprints that make it all the way down the hallway and see if there's a certain unique pattern that they walk.
What a smart young boy.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long to realize that the several footprints into the dust just seem to be just straight down the middle, going right for that door. There doesn't seem to be any real deviancy amongst them. No special like hopscotching or anything. They just look like people walking straight down a hallway.
I will very slowly proceed down the hallway in like manner.
Yeah.
Okay, do I reach
Tim,
the door?
Ethel? Yeah, no, you totally reached the door.
Okay.
Can Ethel wants to go check out the crossbow now that we've seen that people can walk without dying.
Okay. Yeah, it's a crossbow, set into a niche in the wall. It appears to have had an elaborate trigger system that something that Gregory did triggered it and it shot him.
Can it be removed, or is it like stuck in there? I guess there's no bolts anyway, but
just for the sake of having fun rolling shit, roll me or make me a fuck it. Make me a DR12 agility check. No, you know what? DR10 agility check.
Cool, it rolled a 10 and plus 1 to 11.
Good. Yeah, there were like some strings attached to it and shit. And like it seemed to have been like set into the stone in a particular fashion, but you find it like not entirely. You now have a crossbow. Unless you have brought bolts. Oh, there goes Kenny and.
Yeah.
Let's all just pretend to freeze in different positions.
Well, this happens really badly like this about every 4 streams, but I think we're okay now.
Hopefully.
And it's the 4th Mork Borg, so.
Yeah. Anyway, here's this virtual graph paper, and I did want to ask Jason, have I drawn the L shape correctly, or do I need to add another box after the turn?
Wait, are you talking about that really tiny L there?
We're playing the small skin of Tetris.
One moment, and I will address the tininess. So I am mapping as we go here. Okay, all right, you get out of my face. All right, there we go. Is that still too tiny?
We don't see. There we go.
There we go.
Are we getting like super nitty gritty with this dungeon layout, or?
You never know. I wanted to be prepared just in case.
Okay.
I mean, I'm having fun with it.
All right.
If you guys will enjoy doing this, I am 100% fine with it.
The reason that I was drawing it on a Post-it note a minute ago, but then I was like, so here's 30 feet, right? From this wall to this wall is 30 feet. And then you said we turn left and it's 30 feet. But is it 30 feet from here or 30 feet from here?
No. What you got right there is good.
Copy. Let's do it.
Okay, so Ethel, you've got yourself a crossbow. Just out of curiosity, do you have any bolts for it?
No, I have a bow and arrow, so I can put arrows on it badly, but that's not going to really work. I'll keep an eye out for bolts.
We could we could make some out of Gregory.
Well, is Gregory on this side of the door or on the other side of the door?
I think both at this point.
Are you going to go look?
In twain.
Like, for reals, are you going to look?
Yeah, no, I'll go check. I also want to see if the door is if we're trapped in here, or if the door can still be opened.
Okay, yeah. So you get back to that door, and you are able to deduce that, apparently it wasn't just that Gregory didn't want to hold the door open for you anymore. It with all your cuts and slicing, he wasn't as structurally sound as he had been. And it just mushed him right in half.
Mm.
So you see a pair of legs sticking out of your end of the door.
Comically, I hope.
If there's one thing a man would like to be, it's structurally sound.
That is mine.
So is the door, are we trapped in here, locked in here, or is the door still openable? Not that it really matters for this adventure.
You know what? I am going to say for that, give me a DR14 strength check.
Yeah,
that's not my specialty. It's a 6 total.
So, yeah, you...
Gentlemen, this door is impossible to open. We're trapped here forever.
Well, Tim, the old woman was unable to open the giant stone door. Shocking.
Well, I mean, you feel like you can get a grip on it, but you can't force it to move.
Well, then it's impossible because there's nothing I can't.
Obviously, I mean, you're a weak old woman. Nothing could move that door if a weak old woman couldn't do it.
I'm more interested in the other door.
I'm gonna grab, I guess, some bits of Gregory to try to make into bolts idly as we go along.
I mean, okay. I feel like what Slug really meant was like we could sit down and perform this task over the course of some time. But if you want to do it while we're exploring, that's fine.
Well, I don't want to keep us. We are starving to death.
Well,
that's fair.
Well, so you do have that one. You now have one ration off of Gregory's body.
And this is mine, bitches.
Yes, Ethel, you have indeed prolonged your life. It is certainly true that at least 2 of us may starve to death.
Well, one of you starves to death, then we can eat that one.
One of us. If one of us starve. Aha, that's correct. Tim, if you do starve to death, we will be eating you.
Let's be honest, it will be Tim amongst the three of us. It's so frail, you have no meat in your bones.
I'm gonna just whisper to Tim, "Don't worry, I would never eat you."
Then I whisper to Tim,
But if
"We
Ethel
gotta
starves
get
to
your
death, if Ethel starves to death, we will definitely eat her.
Okay.
All right, so I guess Ethel peeks on the hallway towards the other door, and
Yes.
isn't this
So the other door actually looks a lot like the secret door that you entered this hallway through.
impossible to open. We're trapped.
Well, as I was going to continue, but with more door bits to it.
Okay.
So there's like an actual like. I've been trying to envision what this would look like for like weeks.
A push bar.
I've been thinking,
But it's
like
Paul.
something to like it's like one of those big rolly doors, like in that
Oh, a barn door.
underground city that I can't remember the name of, and I think like Cappadocia or some shit.
Like they roll to the side, or
Yeah, to basically you'd roll it to the side to open it up, or or it's a push bar.
Like a fallout bolt.
There's a nice latch on there.
I'll go ahead and open the door. By, I assume, rolling it to the side. Not shopping mall style push bar.
It's impossible.
It wouldn't be shopping mall style. It'd be chopping mall style.
Ooh, well done.
That's my kind of mall.
That's the Galleria, I believe.
shop smart, shop smart.
Yeah, so this is the highest tier of the pyramid. It's a single 40-foot square room. The room smells old. It smells old and musty. The dust on the floor has been disturbed, though no special details can be made out. 3 huge bronze cylinders reach from the floor to the ceiling at the middle of the room. In the center of each cylinder, facing you at floor level, is a bronze door. Each door has a door handle that can be used to pull the door open.
Do you two remember the statues that were upon the top of this structure?
Honey, I don't remember 5 minutes ago.
When we approached, there was a statue of a bearded man and a
Holding
child
balance?
and a woman on top of the pyramid. Do you suppose these tubes have something to do with them? If they reach to the ceiling and there are 3 of them, perhaps they are connected to those statues in some way.
Maybe.
Tim, why don't you
Hey.
find out?
Well, real quick,
Yeah?
so you've opened this door. Have you stepped into the room?
I haven't. I've just opened the door and looked into the room.
Okay.
Why don't
Tim
you go
will-
ahead, Tim?
Tim will very gingerly take out his staff and do like a tappity tap on the floors, in front of him.
I
Okay.
whispered to Slug, I got dibs on his thighs.
The good meat is on the buttocks.
I'm more of a boo woman.
Pass me a deltoid, says I.
So, Tim, you're heading towards.
I'll head towards the center of the room slowly, just to kind of make sure I can look around, but like tapping my staff on the stones.
Yeah. Ethel, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just directing the light towards where he's going to make sure he can see his way. From the doorway, I should mention.
Okay. Slug, what are you doing?
I am just watching. I am
Okay.
staying at the doorway with Ethel.
Okay, well, as Tim makes his way cautiously into the room, you hear a sound similar to the previous door. as this door starts rolling back.
Oh, beans. I guess then Ethel will try to make a small leap into the room before it closes.
DR8 agility.
That's a 19. I'm an agile
Nice.
lady.
With grace and fluidity, you dive into the room. Slug.
I would like to do the same. I suppose I don't want to be separated just out of pure sluggishness.
Oh.
Is it still DR8 if I wait for
Yes.
Ethel to go first? Oh. 11.
Nice.
I thought I had rolled a 6, but it was a 9.
Nice. Well, I think either way, then you would have gotten it.
Yeah, I would have hit exactly 8 if it was a 6.
So yeah, you both dive into the room as the door you relatively easily opened closes behind you.
And how big is this room?
So it's about 40 foot square.
Okay.
So yeah, from where so go one up from there.
Sorry, I think this thing is.
That is definitely.
This room is crazy.
This is perfect. This is exactly what it looks like on my page.
Okay, so one up from there.
10 feet up.
Okay.
And then 4 over.
Like
No, you're good.
No,
You're good.
only one up. One up.
Okay. So like that, and then 2.
4 left.
Like there.
Yep.
4 down.
27 to the right.
4 right.
Cool.
And
There's
then
our
4
room.
up. And there's basically 3. The 3 cylinders are just like right in the center. So like 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure I have any way to mark those, but we'll just remember there's 3 cylinders in there.
Is there anything else in the room, or is it just these 3 cylinders?
That's a really good question.
Tim, what did you do to the door? It's closed. We're trapped.
Give me a DR 16 presence check, Ethel.
That is a 5.
Yeah, no, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room.
I see. In that case, Ethel, I guess, just walks up to one of the cylinders and sort of fingers at it.
Well, first, so when you walk into the room, there's one of them in the very center of the room, one to the right, and one to the left.
She goes center and just sort of like fiddles with the doorknob, like gives it a test turn.
You're going to the center right now.
Yes.
Tim, Slug, what are you doing?
Tim was still slowly progressing, so like Ethel has jumped into the room and still has somehow managed to walk past Tim.
Yes.
As he's slowly tapping the stones. He was heading towards the center one as well.
Okay.
Slug.
Fuck it. Slug's going left.
Okay. So okay, so Tim and Ethel, you're heading towards the center cylinder, and Slug, you're heading towards the cylinder on the left.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that center cylinder is closer, so Tim and Ethel, when you get there, you notice that there is, as you look around that area, you find some dried blood in front of the cylinder, but nothing else. Slug, you get to the left cylinder, and at that point, I just want to mention you all are starting to feel a little dizzy, mildly disoriented.
That's me all the time. Is there an odor to the room that's like gassing us or some such?
There is no odor in the room. Well, I mean, other than the musty, dusty odor.
It's much better than some other rooms I've been in.
And these cylinders are made of what again?
They are made of bronze.
Slug.
So they're just like 1 foot diameter cylinders with like knobs on them. Is kind of what's.
No, they're like nearly 10 feet.
I see.
5 to 10 foot diameter.
Yeah.
Diameters all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, diameter cylinders, center, left, right.
Gotcha.
As I begin to feel that sensation, I'm going to yank the door open as fast as I can, or push it open, or whatever kind of door it is.
Nice. Cool. So you mess with that doorknob, with that door handle.
Indeed I do.
And you explode in the end.
All right. So
not out of the question.
Slug. Oh, I did not want to do that. I need you to give me 3 DR12 agility checks.
Hey, Slug, I don't think you should open the...
What are you saying? Click. 19. 20. 10.
Damn.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that crit, just really got you out of all of it.
Not a crit. It was a dirty 20.
Pardon?
It was a dirty 20. It was 18 plus 2.
Oh, okay.
I lean over to Tim and say, I got dibs on his thighs.
I have pre-poisoned all of the meat in my body. I yell as I get hit by the third whatever it is.
Yeah, as you mess, you kind of grab onto that handle, but you're feeling dizzy and disoriented, so you have a little trouble with it, and then tongue, thunk. 2 darts bounce off the bronze cylinder, and the third dart sinks into you, dealing 2 damage.
Ow! I'm going to yank the dart out of my flesh if I can. And
Do you have any armor?
I have fur armor, so I can reduce by D2. Thank you.
No worries.
I didn't take any damage.
Nice.
It sunk into my fur. I will pull out the dart and I will look to see if it is poisoned.
No, it does not appear to have any envenoming on it, although I would not recommend eating it.
What is the point of a dart without poison? I'm going to hand it to Ethel in case she can somehow use it in her crossbow.
Is it bolt-sized? Yeah.
Well, you could tie it to a bone, and I don't know. I'm not a crossbow guy. I use knives, and I show her my scars.
So, does the door open for Slug, or does it just make darts happen?
Well, Slug didn't actually get the door open, but in lieu of that, everyone now suffers 1 point of damage.
In lieu of opening the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know the source of the damage? Is it the mysterious
it seems
dizzying?
that there's a gas going into this room that is hurting you.
Okay.
It must have been my lunch.
When you said I didn't get the door open, is that because I was distracted by darts, or is it because it was locked or something?
You were distracted by darts.
I would like to try again.
3 more darts.
No, you open the door.
Okay.
The trap has been sprung.
Is it an innie or an outie?
Outie.
Okay, what's inside?
The bronze cylinder is hollow, but there is a ladder going up and down within the cylinder.
Hey, Cody's here. Welcome, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Hey.
God, I missed you. I missed you so much.
Cody, meet Dean.
You're the light of my life, Cody.
I will. So I can see nothing in here except the ladder.
There is nothing else in there except for the ladder.
I will step into the cylinder and look up.
So just how good? Like, does Slug have decent vision?
Slug has presence +3.
I mean, sure, but can he see good?
I think average. I believe his vision is average.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh okay. Yeah. You look up, and you see that it. How high would that be? Like not that far up. Is you can see just the tiniest specks of light coming into the cylinder or wherever the cylinder leads to.
I don't know what the time, what real time is doing right here, but I guess once the doors open, I think Ethel would head over there with her lantern.
Yeah, and I would.
I don't know if we're talking about like a second or two, you know.
No, I think okay. I'm taking my time examining the tube, so I'm not like rushing in and about to do something. But I would call out to Tim and Ethel upon seeing those points of light that possible exit here.
Well, Tim, Ethel, what are you doing?
Go ahead.
No. I was thinking because we were heading. You were there. You were closer to the center one first.
I guess I would head over there, and with one hit point, Ethel is. I've lived this long. I'm not gonna go down here. Not like this. And she's gonna go straight. She's gonna go ahead towards the dots of light.
Are you gonna be Are you barging past Slug?
I am indeed. I can't go down like this. Not again.
Again.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, then you know what? Make me a DR 10 agility.
That's a 19.
The cylinder is not huge, and it's not easy. It's not necessarily the easiest to get around.
I mean,
remember Ethel's unnaturally beautiful, so I have a nice thin physique.
I'm also allowing her to pass me.
Okay, so Ethel's gonna scramble up?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not that long a climb to get to the top. And when you do, beep beep boop. Yeah, so you get to the top and you find the little points of light are two like eye holes, like cut into the cylinder. And when you look through them, do you look through them?
I do, absolutely, like Victorian house portrait style.
You can see the pyramid just sprawling out below you.
Mm.
There's also some like levers and like a tube like right around mouth level. Well, the tube is around mouth level, mm-hmm. and the levers are kind of next to you, like arm-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in any way communicating what you found down to us?
I think Ethel will first like put her lips to the eye hole and suck in a non-gassed breath from the outside, and then she'll shout down and then she'll just inform. There's levers and some eye holes up here.
I believe you
Then-
are inside of a god. Please use it to command its followers to let us out.
Well, Tim, what are you doing?
So are we still?
Die.
Do we feel the gas in the room still, or?
You're still feeling kind of dizzy.
Okay.
Maybe slightly less since Slug opened up the tubing.
Yeah. Well, Tim will still head to the center one. Does it also have like a door to open?
Oh yeah, they all have like handles on them.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
open
you
up.
can totally go in there.
Yeah, I'll open the middle one.
Okay.
Thinking that it would get more fresh air inside the room too.
Do any
Yeah,
darts? Do any darts assault
Nope.
Tim?
Oh.
Okay.
Nope.
In that case, I will move to the final cylinder and open it as well.
The one on the right.
Yes, keeping an eye out for more darts or other Okay, fuck you.
Roll 18 DR20s.
You chose poorly.
Twice.
Okay, so Slug, what are you doing when you like examine this door?
I am not super closely examining. Oh well, I did say I was on the lookout for darts.
Yeah.
I am.
What
what
you're
I
looking
meant
out for
is-
darts.
I am. The darts that struck me before, they came from the wall of the room, right?
Yeah, they came from behind where you were.
Okay. Then I am looking sort of in that direction and in the other direction. Anywhere a dart could get me from behind or the side, I'm kind of keeping my peripherals open while I try the door. That's what I meant to say that I was doing.
Okay. So, Slug,
Bye, guys.
you're trying the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be maybe nice. Give me a DR14 agility check.
Got it, Chief. Cool. Failed that by a lot.
Dibs on the
Okay.
thighs.
You said 7,
So,
right?
Yeah. You pull on that handle, and the floor beneath you just dropping you into below.
Oh, below. I love that place.
And
But you're suspended in the air for a second, like Wile E. Coyote first.
Yes, absolutely.
you take 3 damage.
Oh, God.
This is not armor blockable damage.
If I were anyone in this party except Slug, I'd be dead.
Yeah, you would.
That's where you're the door opener.
On my way down, I'm going to yell, Ethel, I would have killed and replaced you.
I'm a god now.
It's only 9:38, guys.
Okay. No, this is great.
Fastest TPK, let's go.
So, I'm gonna rule that since you guys opened up these cylinders, like you've given a little more space for this gas to distribute. So it's gonna be another round before you take damage, except for Slug. Slug, you were in a completely new space.
Well, Ethel is also up there breathing clean air through the eye holes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she can keep trying to do that.
I mean, she's only got 1 hit point. I'm just trying to... but all right, yeah, I'm in the basement. I'm sure I'm standing in the
You were
garbage compactor and...
So when he falls, do I hear like a thud from down below the ladders? Like, does the ladder down lead to where he is? Or do I not know that?
Well, you're in a
yeah.
different...
From where you are, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
But Steve,
Yeah.
you are in a new space. It's going to be a 4x4 room, so 40 by 40.
4 feet by 4 feet.
I will draw it here. Whoops, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Circle.
That's a circle.
Line, please. Okay. That's a...
Careful. Oh, that's 5.
You just literally have
It's a
to
5 by 5 room now.
You just have to trace the box there, Steve. Can you
You know
do
what,
it?
Kenny?
Go down. Go throw yourself
Now that
down.
you orient yourself, you find that it is in fact 10 feet bigger in every direction than you thought it was.
I'm calling your mom, Kenny.
Slug. In the center of this room, much like the room above, are three bronze cylinders. Quite possibly, this is where those bronze cylinders lead to. That said, there's also. Did you come down here with any light source?
I did not. The only light source in the party that we had on was Ethel's.
You know what though? You can still see. Because there is a 10-foot glow radiating around each cylinder, because at the base of each cylinder, there is a glowing 2-foot-long beetle with 3 glowing spots on its back.
Is this a living creature or an object?
Yes. They are living creatures. Also, just to make note of it. So, like, if you're looking... Okay, I'm turning this way so it's facing the way your stuff's facing. So, the bottom of that room, the bottom end squares are both doors.
Oh, so that there and there are both doors?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm kind of like here-ish.
Basically, so where you have that go into the square to the like bottom right of that, and that's the square you're in.
Copy.
Basically, give or take.
Okay.
You're right around there.
Do the beetles appear hostile?
That's a good... Well, one more thing. On the top wall of this room, second square in from the left is also a door.
When you say top wall, do you mean ceiling or upper part of the
No,
wall?
I mean like top of this map you're drawing.
Oh, I got
North.
you. Okay, so there's a door here, and then there's 2 doors down here.
Yeah. And
the cylinders, do they have doors on this level?
that's a really good question. Blah, 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 blah.
Slug takes it all in with a glance. I can tell you the license plates of all 6 cars in the parking lot.
There are in fact doors on these as well.
I am not going to try one yet. I've had some luck with that, and not all of it was good. By not all of it, I mean none of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what are you doing down there?
So have
for a sec.
Do the beetles appear to have noticed me, and are they doing anything about it?
They definitely noticed you, and they seem curious.
Hello, good beetle people. I come from the world above as a stew salesman. I have brought my wares to you that you might partake. Are you interested?
They're beetles, so
you never
they're
know.
just
Ringo and Paul and
yeah, they just like kind of skitter towards you.
Cool.
Like,
I'm gonna go ahead and open a little vial that I have full of powder. I'm gonna take a huge sniff of it, and I have taken Hyphos's enervating snuff. I am now berserk. I get 2 attacks per round, but my defense roll is DR14. This will last for 1 fight, and it makes me sneeze.
All right. Well, you snort that coke and get a wild look in your eyes, and let's cut back to Tim and Ethel.
You've got it.
Tim, Ethel, what are you doing?
Playing with levers, baby.
So yeah, you mess with those levers, and you can hear and feel like the arms and the head of the statue moving in a rickety, almost stop motiony manner.
So Tim, on the other hand, right, is left in the room without a light source on. So I'm gonna light my own oil lamp, and
Okay.
and I'm assuming.
So Tim, you've got the door to the second cylinder open.
Right.
Slug has just disappeared into the floor.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering. I was assuming, but I just wanted to verify that the makeup of the inside of that second cylinder is similar.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
Okay. You said there was a ladder going down, right, as well?
Yes.
I will start to go down the ladder.
Okay.
So
Ethel,
83% of our poll participants voted that I will die first.
I started a poll.
Kenny put a poll
How
in
do
the
I get in
chat.
on this poll?
It's ended
it
now.
already stopped.
It was 5 for me, 1 for, was it Tim? And none for Ethel.
I may have voted 5 times.
Ethel can't die.
Because I allowed it where if you spent your channel points.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
Ethel, yeah, you've taken some time and you've messed with these levers a bit, and have you done anything with the speaking tube?
Yeah, Ethel will put her mouth into it and she'll say, "I'm a god."
Well, you can hear that echo out across the wastes.
Ooh.
Can I hear it through my cocaine-fueled haze?
Slug cannot. Tim, you hear it.
Wow.
Nice. But then Ethel Ethel gets bored and heads down her ladder as well.
All right. Let's cut back to Slug then. You are all riled up at these bugs that are approaching you in a friendly, cute manner.
Wait, you didn't say friendly and cute. You said curious. As in, what does that taste
curious.
like?
How
cool.
cute are they?
I mean, they're bugs and they've got glowing goop in their back.
Well, Slug's made his
Who
call
have
already.
been playing Hollow Knight.
But Slug, what are you doing?
I'm going to wail on him with my club. Whichever one's closest, he's going first.
All right, so, you know what? Roll me a d6.
You got it, boss. 4.
All righty, so you are going first.
Cool.
So roll you've got 2 attacks now?
Yes, I have 2 attacks now.
Cool, so first attack.
Whoops. It's plus strength, right?
Yes.
12.
Sorry. I'm looking to see if I have notes on something. And if not, then I will bullshit it. Cool. Cool. So, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you hit it. How much damage are you doing?
4.
So your club smacks into that beetle, and it looks like it looks kind of hurt.
Okay.
emotionally, if anything.
Well,
would-
that
I would
too. I
think.
mean, it's feeling a little betrayed, but
Traumatized, I imagine. Guy falls from the ceiling, hits it with a club.
yeah. But you've got another attack.
That one's a crit.
Yeah.
Yep. What do we do?
Were you
for
attacking
crit?
the same beetle?
Yeah. If he's still not dead, then yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, how much damage do you do?
Does anything special happen with crits? I don't remember.
So an attack crit will give you double damage,
Okay.
and the armor/protection gets reduced by a tier.
Okay, so for double damage, do you want me to roll once and double it, or do you want me to just roll twice?
You can roll once and double it.
Cool. I've done 2 damage.
You rolled a 1.
Yes, I did.
Good job.
Thank you. We got Matt. Hey, Matt. In the chat.
Matt in the chat, that rhymes.
Yeah. He says hi, Dean.
But you have obviously, for this one beetle, you've cracked its chitinous shell. So it'll take more damage from you if you attack it more. Cool. So
Does
these
Does
beetles
Ethel
are,
hear the start? Do we hear the sound of battle from our brass tubes, or no?
I mean, it's not that far down. You're going to get to the bottom of these tubes at the beginning of the next round.
Gotcha.
So, Slug just has to survive these 3 attacks.
No problem. I've got my 2 hit points. Let's do it.
Alrighty. So first, the beetle whose shell you've cracked rears up and takes a bite at you.
Okay. Oh, I rolled defense. That's how
Yes,
this works.
you rolled DR14 defense now, right?
Yes, I do, and it's defense is agility, or
Yes.
yeah, okay. I have rolled 14.
Nice. So in your drugged out haze, you just spin away from it.
Yep.
And
Don't even know what
then
happened.
and then the 2 that are undamaged attack you. So
Cool.
you got to give me 2 more defense rolls.
That one's 16, and that one's 8.
Well, apparently spinning away from the first and the second beetle, you spun right into the third beetle, who gives you a nice, just meaty chomp.
Is this one George?
But roll me armor.
My armor is minus D2. I've rolled 1.
That's enough. It gets a good grip on your furs and shakes them a little bit,
Okay.
trying to worry your flesh, but it's just your furs. Cool. So new round.
And I'm just yelling as it's swinging from my furs, and I'm waving my club around in a drug-fueled haze. I did so well last time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna Tim, Ethel, you get to the bottom of those tubes.
Right.
There are doors up top. Are you exiting the tubes too?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you exit those tubes and you see Slug right there, well, off to the left a little bit, and he is engaged with these 3 2-foot-long bugs with glowing back ends.
Who's the initiative order?
You guys have initiative right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just
So-
decide amongst ourselves who goes first, I think.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Ethel will yell, "I have dibs on that meat," and she'll pull out her bow and attempt to shoot one of the beetles.
Alrighty. Which beetle are you shooting for?
The yet untainted, the one that has not been hit yet.
There's 2 that haven't been hit, so either one is good.
I
Give
guess
me a DR12 presence check.
Wachow. That's a 17.
Nice.
And that's
So roll me some damage.
Chow. That's 3 damage.
Alrighty. So your arrow makes a nice little. It sticks in it a little bit. Tim, slug.
I feel so alive.
I'll wait to see what Tim can pull off before I take my 2 attacks.
So Tim, there's one of these bugs that's really hurt.
Yeah.
One of them that's a little hurt, and one of them that is unhurt.
Yeah. I need to roll the die real quick and see. Except for I didn't check this. Whoops. Let's see. All right. 4. Okay. So I just. This was apparently an everyday thing, so I needed to check. Tim is just going to look at them with his Roscoe's consuming glare, because he just is upset to see that these beetles have taken chomps out of his friend Slug. So I need to roll a presence check to see if I can use my
class ability.
It's a power. So I have to use I have to roll a presence check of DR12. And if it doesn't work, I can kill myself. But what I'm going to do is just say die, which is using the speaker of my truth ability to drop that test by 4. So I only have to roll an 8 or higher with a +2.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
What did you roll?
A 5.
Oh, Tim.
And that was a power you were trying to use?
Yep. So I take 1d2 damage, and I feel dizzy.
So roll that d2.
All right, rolling a d6. 1, 2, 3. I live. 4, 5, 6. I die. Hey guys, well, it was a fun game.
Well, that's bringing you down to 0 HP.
Yeah, 0 HP.
All right.
Was the poll right?
The poll was wrong. It's almost like somebody wasted all his foul unguents.
Yeah, I only have 51,000.
You know what? I should take those from you. I don't know if I have that ability.
No, I don't think you do. I don't know in the game. Do you die at 0 hit points?
Oh, no. So what happens at 0 HP is you become broken. So Ken, roll me a d4.
All right. 4.
Never mind, you're dead.
So I
looked at the chart just in time for that to happen.
Oh, man.
You can roll high on that.
Right. The one time I roll high is the one time I don't want it to be high. Where was that chart on? I was trying to find it.
It's
there it is.
The second to
Page
that
29.
page.
It's on 20. Well,
I shall miss
Ethel
you.
looks
Tim.
Ethel looks at his broken corpse and starts salivating.
yeah. But basically, Tim says die, and then all of a sudden you hear a pop, and just blood drips out of his eyes, his nose, kind of Seven from Stranger Things, and he just slumps to the ground.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And out from his pouch rolls the rabbit skull of Kyr Banog, who just stops and just looks at him, and there's a little rabbit tear coming out of his skull.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Well, Ken,
Yeah.
Well, we're finishing the rest of this up, and then let's take a break after this combat.
Yeah.
If you want to roll up a new character,
Yeah.
There's the generator on the website.
It can come
Slug.
out of the skull, maybe. Maybe the skull is the new character. Yeah, so there are still 3 full beetles, right? One of them has the carapace cracked. And Ethel hurt one?
Yes, Ethel hurt one of them a little bit, and one of them is still at full health.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the one that I already hurt.
Okay.
No, I'm going to miss the one that I already hurt. But I'm going to try again. This time I have done 18, so I'm going to roll damage. 5 damage.
All right, you squish that bug with your club.
One
it
down.
goes splatty splat. And
Suddenly we're surrounded by food.
well, you're not there yet.
Well, we also
So give
are
me
food.
another couple DR14 agility checks for defense.
You got it. Here we go. 18, 20 for that, and 22. That was a crit on the last one.
You critted on the last one?
Yep.
Nice. So that gives you a free attack.
Cool. So the one that Ethel already injured is the one I will attack.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Nice.
3 damage.
All right. Well, that one's dead. That one is hurting a little bit. And yeah, that's back to you guys.
I'm
Well, guys and
sneezing
gals.
also, by the way.
Ethel will try to pull her gaze away from the mound of meat that Tim has become, and she will again draw her bow and shoot it at one of the beetles.
Do you want to shoot at the one that's been hurt already, or the one that's undamaged?
I'll see if I can finish the hurt one for Slug
Okay.
there. That'll be a 8 + 1, 9.
So you take aim, but your heart
It's my cataracts.
stomach is not in it. You just keep your focus just keeps going back to Tim,
I can smell it.
and your shot goes wide.
Understandable.
Slug,
Yeah.
you're up.
Well, still aiming for the injured one. I will attack twice more. That's a miss. That's exactly the same miss. I'm a little disoriented. My best
All right,
friend
well-
Tim has died, and he's
Yeah.
left me alone with his other best friend that I never got along with.
I know.
Except for that one night that we don't talk about.
Me and the rabbit skull.
Yeah. So, Slug, give me a defense check versus the hurt beetle.
I have failed.
All right. Then roll your armor, baby.
I have reduced by 2.
So that's going to deal 2 damage.
Cool.
How good a bite did that get in?
I have reached 0 exactly.
All right.
It's the Ethel show.
Roll me a d4.
1d4 coming up, Chief.
4.
I've rolled a 2.
All right. So
Ah.
roll me a d6.
Yeah. I got a 1, which means I've broken or severed limb.
Which would you prefer?
You could sever your leg, I'm just saying. I mean,
I feel like a broken limb is objectively not as bad as a severed limb, right? I'm going to go with
Yep.
that one.
And which limb?
I'm fighting beetles. It's got to be the leg, right? They're not hitting me in the
Well, I
arm.
mean, they're like 2 foot. I mean, they can rear up and get at you.
Yeah, it'll be my.
Bite your kneecaps
You know
off.
what? Yeah, I'm gonna say my left arm. My left arm is broken.
Left arm?
Yeah.
All right, your left arm is now broken. Roll me a d4 to see how many rounds it takes you to get back into the action.
That'll be 3, sir.
All right. Ethel, make me a DR12 agility check for defense against that other beetle.
Sweet. I have a plus. I also realized I'm wearing medium armor, which is great, except that I have a +2. Again, the DRs are harder for me.
So you have a.
So +2 DR for agility checks, but I got a 16 anyway.
So okay, so the medium, you have medium armor.
I do, yes. I'm wearing scale mail.
It's going to be +2 DR for agility tests.
Oh, this isn't a
not defense check.
Gotcha. Okay, then yeah. So I got 16 either way.
Okay. All right, then Ethel, you are engaged with a beetle. Not in any sort of marriage or religious sense, but in the struggle of life and death. This beetle wants your meat.
Toast everybody, and I throw my bow down and grab my meat cleaver, and try to start hacking at it.
All right, it's DR12 strength.
I rolled a 3, so.
So you did not hit it?
I did not hit it, no.
All right.
When we come back, we'll all play as Beatles.
I call John.
So give me 2 defense checks, because you're the only thing standing.
That's a 12 and 17.
Nice. So
Ethel
both
just
you are able to fend off these beetles for another round.
All right. And I'll try to meat cleaver one of them again. That's a 2. That's a 3. So they're crawling all over me.
Yeah, no, they're wily little bugs. And you're going to need to defend against them again.
Well, if I can live long enough for Slug to get back. All right, that is a 5, which is not great, and then a 5 again.
All righty.
2 failures.
So get your armor die ready for these.
Okay. Ooh.
All right, that's easy enough. So first attack, what did your armor do?
4 reduction.
And for the second attack?
3 reduction.
Cool. Well, they are all up in your business. They are snapping and chewing it. Like, what is your armor?
It's scale mail, but it's just a bunch of rib cages that I sort of strung together, all sort of dangling down. I guess.
No, they're getting at it and they're biting on it, and at times you're pretty sure they're just chewing on it.
It should be noted there's doilies on
that
it
it's
as well.
Bone, and they're looking for the meat on that bone. So let's say that's been 2 rounds.
Yes.
So Slug, you got 1 more round out.
Yep.
All right.
Ethel,
let's try whack it again.
Hit one of these things.
I can't keep rolling that badly. That's a 13. Sorry, a 12.
Hey, that still gets it.
Nice, and that is the
damage.
following amount. That is 1d4 of damage. Ooh, that's 2.
And hey, which one were you attacking?
The hurt one.
All right, so it is still pretty fucking hurt. Now defend twice.
All right. Hua. That's 12 and 21. Oh, that's a crit, so I get a free attack, right?
You rolled a 20?
I rolled a 20, yes.
Yeah, no, you get a free attack. Which are you attacking?
The hurt one.
All right, go for it, you turkey.
That's a 19. That's a 19 hit. So that is 3 damage.
This bug is like, it is really beat up, and it is still kind of going.
I admire your tenacity.
Slug, your left arm is all fucked up, but roll me a D4 for HP.
That's a 3.
Nice. And you're back in, baby.
Oh, good morning, dearie.
Sorry, I thought I'd roll around on the ground and see if I could get my arm put back together. And I'm gonna use my other arm with my club, and that thing that I thought I said to Ethel just now actually probably came out like as I come with my hyphosis innervating snuff coursing through my veins. I'm going to attack the injured beetle badly, and then I'm going to try it again and do even worse.
Well, Ethel, do you want to try and kill that beetle?
I sure do.
I rolled a 3 and a 2 on those attacks, guys.
Oh God.
That could be worse.
Yes, it
I'm
could
gonna
be
pick up
worse
my-
by 1.
I know.
You could have
all
rolled
right, so
tons.
all right, meat cleaver. That's a 6 again.
Nice. Well, Ethel, that really hurt beetle is still coming after you. So roll me a defense check against that little bug.
That's a 6. Ooh.
All right, so it's trying to bite at you. How much armor did you get?
3.
Yep, it's still just chewing on your armor. Slug, that the beetle that is still at full health is trying to bite at you. Give me that DR 14 agility.
16.
16?
Yes, I rolled
Oh,
16.
you rolled a 16. I'm in the now.
Oh, I wasn't correcting you. I was telling you my roll.
I was like, wait, no, how did it get worse?
Well, you see,
Nice.
I'm dumb.
All right, so yeah, y'all have survived another round. Who wants to attack next?
I'll keep whacking away at my little buddy here.
Go for it.
Damn it, it's a 7. I'm sorry, a 6. I've got half a mind to keep you.
Slug,
Yeah.
you're up.
So, here's a question for you, Game Master. Is it possible to attack in combat against a beetle using my poison? Could I shove an open poison vial into its maw or something?
No, but what's this poison again?
It's black poison. It's toughness DR 14, or you lose a D6 of hit points and are blinded for an hour. So I'd be forcing like a toughness save on this beetle if I could get him to drink it.
No, I'm especially not in the state of mind that you are in right now.
Fair enough. All right, then I will simply attack twice.
All right, which first attack is going where?
The beetle that is attacking me, which is the uninjured one.
All right.
That's a dirty
What do we got?
20.
All right.
And I keep rolling so they bounce out. That is 6 damage, sir.
Ooh, yeah, no, that is a solid crunch to that beetle.
And the second attack will be forthcoming next
What'd you
round. I got a little break, is what I got. I got a little rest, and we'll see what the Beatles would like to do.
All right, Ethel.
Oh, that's a 13.
Yeah. Roll me some damage.
Oh, wait, what? No, is the beetle attacking me?
No, you're attacking the beetle.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay. 4. Oh my goodness. Still alive.
That was less good. So, okay, yeah, now you are both defending against your respective beetles. One of you defending against John, one of you defending against Paul.
Okay, I thought. Oh, sorry. I rolled a 12 for my d20, and then I rolled a 4 for my damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, then you squished it.
Gotcha.
It
okay.
is dead.
I'm sorry, John Lennon.
I have passed my my defense roll. I got a 15.
Well, give me a sec,
Yeah.
because you've just reduced them by this group by more than half.
Morale checks.
So, but it made its morale check. So yeah, Slug, make your defense roll.
15.
All right. Next round. Slug, do you want to finish this little thing off?
I very much do. Let me please do that.
Okay.
Let me try that again. 14 to hit.
All right.
And the damage is 2.
Wow. That's you just got it.
Okay.
Finally.
My arm is broken.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Slug
So
yells, defending himself against nobody.
You both stand in glorious defeat over 3 beetles. Congratulations. Your friend Tim is dead. Although that does appear to be self-inflicted.
She's already carving up the meat.
I've taken the rabbit's skull, whose name I never bothered to learn, and I'm going through his pockets to get his stuff. Tim, shoot me your character sheet. I'm taking your stuff.
So real quick,
Yeah.
Ethel, you can't. Are you butchering Tim?
Yes, I gotta find the light inside of him.
Okay, then give me a. What did I have you roll last time?
I think it was presence. Yeah,
Sure, fuck it. Give me a presence check. Like 10.
that's a 10. Hey, look at that.
Cool. Roll me a d4 to see how many rations you got off Tim.
3, and I eat one immediately.
Raw?
Yes, raw.
Oof.
Get that thigh meat.
Okay, so yeah, you've caught your breath. Did you take any damage?
I did not. If I did, I'd be dead.
Okay, well, then you're not going to receive any healing, but you have caught your breath and you've had a little bit to eat. Are you going after? Were you butchering these bugs as well?
Oh, I have no interest in bug meat.
I am butchering the bugs as soon as I'm done emptying all of Tim's possessions from his person and putting them in my pockets.
So Slug, as you I figure like you're an herb person. You probably dealt with bugs before, and there's no good meat on these bugs.
Okay.
But they each have a light gland.
They have a light inside of them?
Yeah, that's that glowing. Oh, beep.
Yeah.
3
of them, huh?
And you can remove these glands, and they'll last for maybe a day, maybe the better part of a week, give or take.
I will absolutely take all 3 light glands.
I start adding some of Tim's ribs to replace some of the broken ones that the bugs ripped off.
Kenny, what
Yeah.
what equipment did Tim have that I could have?
A set of caltrops.
Okay.
Oil lamp. I don't know if it broke or not when Tim fell as he died. A pair of scissors, a sharp needle, a blanket, and a mattress. and fire steel.
I'm sorry. Did you say a mattress?
Yeah.
Where did you get a mattress?
I think it's like a camping one. Like the roll up.
Oh,
Like a mat. Like a.
yeah.
You didn't have any scrolls? Just a needle and a mattress?
I don't know if my power came from a scroll or if it was just ingrained power. Let me check. It may have been a scroll.
I think it was probably a scroll. I think all the powers are scrolls.
Yeah, it's a scroll. Roscoe's consuming glare is a scroll.
All right, I'm gonna have that one now.
Can I have the blanket? It looks very cozy.
Yeah, you can have the blanket. You can have the blanket. Oh, that
She folds it gingerly and puts it into her gigantic purse.
Of course. Would you like the mattress as well?
Oh, gods, no.
You know what? I'm leaving the mattress. All right. Cool. So I got a scroll. I now have 3 scrolls in my possession.
Oh my goodness.
And instead of any of them,
that has been a personal goal, hasn't it?
Yeah, to get a bunch of magic spells. Yes, that will kill you if you cast them wrong.
Yes. Real quick, Kenny, have you got the new character rolled up?
I do.
All right. So
should we take our break before we get into that?
I want to describe the room, do a quick introduction to Kenny's new character, and then break.
Copy that.
So, after this epic battle, Ethel, Slug, you find this room holds apparently a bunch of spare parts that look like they would have gone into the statues up above. There's also several large covered clay pots. It seems these pots held oil to lubricate the machinery. Most of it has evaporated over the centuries, though, even though the pots were sealed, but it's been centuries. If you have the means to hold it, you could probably recover about 6 flasks of oil. But it does look like it's kind of like it's gone a bit to seed.
Okay.
I guess I could shove it into my water skin.
And there's also a forge in one corner with like anvil, tongs, hammers, and such. As you examine all that, thank you for finally adding those. The bottom left door swings open.
Ah.
Who walks through? It's someone you recognize from the caravan. Who apparently arrived here earlier.
Gregory's brother.
No,
I don't know. Kenny, who is what?
Yes.
Give a quick description of who's walked through this door.
Yes, this wiry young woman by the name of Katla walks in. She's dressed in leather armor. She's wielding a war hammer, and cradled in her arm is her little dog Bella, which is this ugly little thing missing an eye, ooze coming out of one of the eyes. And she's just adoringly holding it like a little chihuahua going, "Oh, Bella."
Oh, isn't that darling?
Have I spelled Katla correctly?
Sorry, no, Katla, Katla. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Nice. Okay. Now let's break.
Copy that. All right, everybody. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. It's 10:24 here, so about 10:34-ish we will return. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Tales from the Backlog, where Tim has died and been replaced by Katla. And we have all his stuff, including bones.
And meat.
And meat.
So, Katla, tell me about yourself.
So Katla escaped from an orphanage, and an ill star smiled upon her birth. Poverty, crime, and bad parenting didn't help either. In your community, an honest day's work was never an option. Not that you ever tried. So she doesn't want to work. She's a nihilist.
I can relate to all of that.
Right. She staring with a manic gaze. She often giggles insanely at the worst possible time.
Okay. What kind of weapon did you get for her?
A warhammer. So this dainty little girl who's holding in one hand, like cradling this ugly sort of mangled mutt of a dog, again missing an eye, and ooze is coming out of it. It's definitely probably got all sorts of diseases, but she's just cradling it like it's this precious little thing, and in her other hand is this massive warhammer that does not necessarily fit with her style.
I am curious, is this a small but vicious dog?
Correct.
Okay.
Can I try to feed the dog some beetle?
Katla, can Slug try? I mean, have you even introduced yourselves?
Yeah.
We know each other from the caravan, right?
Oh, yeah, but, hey.
Katla, you are alive and in this structure.
Yes, I've been trying to find my way out of here. What happened to Tim?
Have you eaten, dearie? There's plenty left, and not the thigh, though. That's for Ethel.
No, I haven't found any food, but I'll wait.
I'm
Would you like an eyeball? They're like gummy bears. And I plop one out with a knife. And I hand it to you.
Bella, like with a vicious snarl, just snaps and eats the eyeball without even hesitating.
I've been holding out a beetle leg to Bella.
Yeah.
Bella has a taste for flesh.
Yeah, Bella's just sort of gnawing on the eye. And just
it's like a gusher.
Yeah, it turns her nose up at the stinky beetle compared to the eyeball.
I'm going to turn to Ethel and say, that was Tim's eye.
And now it's a dog toy. Move on, boy. People die.
Yes, but Tim was a guy
delicious? So you should honor his memory with some arm bone.
Some arm bone.
I will honor his memory with these caltrops.
By stealing all of his stuff.
If your arm is broken, you could just use Tim's.
Oh yeah, what are you doing anything with that arm, Slug?
There's not much I can do about it right for now. Like I just gotta wait for it to heal. I guess I'll bind it or whatever.
Yeah, are you gonna try and set it at all?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's what I was doing for the 3 rounds.
Oh, okay.
Was at least setting it, and then now that the combat's over, I'll use whatever strips of cloth are available from Tim's clothes, and
we can splint it with a femur and then wrap the blanket around it.
Good, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
See, Tim is helping us from beyond the grave and inside of my tum-tum.
We're not beyond Tim's grave. His grave is right here.
Well, then we should move on to get beyond this grave.
Yes.
Katla, you seem to have existed in this pyramid for a bit longer than us. Where would you say is our next best place to go?
What does Katla know anything from down the tunnel where she came?
Yeah. You know that down that tunnel a little ways is a storage room that's got, junk in it. That's about it.
I can show you where I've been staying, but I don't think there's much there. I've been waiting see if anyone else would come down here.
Oh, you poor dear. And then she gestures towards one of the other doors. You haven't tried any of these other doors yet?
Oh, no. No. The beetles trapped me in the storeroom once I came down looking for supplies, and I've been waiting for help.
Oh, well, then you're lucky we came along. Come along, dearie. Let's explore, shall we?
So, and Bella or Katla smiles, but Bella just kind of gives a low guttural growl, right as she's got like the eyeball in one side of her mouth, and
no. All right, and then Ethel, I guess, heads towards. Let's go for the north door and give a listen at it.
Okay, and let me bring the map back up here.
I think for you it's the south or something door. The door that's on
the door on top.
Yes.
This door. Okay. We opening it or just listening at it or something?
I guess Ethel's taking a listen and then, barring that, opening the door.
Okay, yeah, you don't really hear anything behind the door.
And then she opens the door.
All right. Well, you see a passage that leads straight up. If you draw me, go passage 1 square wide, 3 squares up.
Like that?
You're such a great
Yes.
cartographer, Mr. Slug.
And
Thanks, he says, cutting it into his skin.
so you do also see that on the right side of that passage, in the center, is a door. Oh, and leave the top open.
Copy. I think I'm going to have to start over. Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. It's just how the program works.
Yeah.
So what's in? So is this just an unmarked just hall sort of thing up note or anything?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's also another door in the hallway on the opposite side. But I also wanted to make sure the hall was open.
Mm. So does it like this lead into a much larger room?
So then, Steve, at the top of that hall,
Yeah.
1 square up, another wall.
Oh, we have a T-junction.
Yeah, it's a T-junction.
There we go.
Also, at the top square on the left side of the corridor is also a door.
Here? This one?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. Keep having to switch. Oh, I've got the wrong tool selected. I'm still learning this app. There we go.
Okay. So that's when you open up that door, that's what you see.
Okay.
Ladies first.
It takes Katla a second to realize Ethel is referring to her. and she goes, "Oh, no. Age before beauty."
Oh, I have plenty of that.
I got it. I'm going in. I will. You know what? Slug's gonna fall back on what worked for him before, and instead of just kicking in doors and fighting things, I'm gonna walk up to this door here, center one.
Yep.
And I'm gonna knock on it.
Come in.
You knocked
No,
and
but
your camera
You
fell.
knocked, and there's no reply.
Jason, when you knocked, your camera fell.
Oh, what?
Okay, I will knock on the other one.
I lean over to Carolynn and say, if he dies, I have dibs on his thighs.
All right, no one. You knock on the left door. No one comes to it, but you know what? Give me a DR12 presence check.
Ooh, I have +3 to presence. I wonder if it will help. It didn't help because I rolled a 12, so 15.
All right, so no one answers the door, but you hear like a little bit of rustling and some kind of like you struggle to place the sound for a minute and then realize that it is a lip smacking noise.
Ethel, there's meat in here.
And then Ethel will go over to the door and open it up.
You're going to open up that door on the left?
Indeed.
All right.
There's meat in them there hills.
As you go past me to the door, I'm going to hand you a bottle of snuff.
Oh, thank you, dearie. It's bad. This reminds me of my college days.
It's good for when you want to get a lot
stuff?
done. It's good for when you want to get a lot done in a short time. Yeah, I roll D4 to figure out how many doses I have of each thing.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I had 3. So with the one I took and the one I gave to Ethel, I now have 1 more of those.
I
Okay.
pat Slug on the cheek and say, "Oh, honey, I've done this many times before."
I can make it. Talk to me later.
All right. So, Ethel opens the door and you see the room contains an old bed, writing table, chair, and a chest. From the looks of the furniture, the quarters have been long abandoned. From behind the bed come scuffling sounds. Suddenly, you see the head of a large, pale blue lizard with orange spots burst suddenly into view.
Oh, it's not people meat.
What kind of room shall I draw here?
So it's a 2x2. So yeah, like that, and then 2 down and 2 over.
You may continue. I'll get it on here eventually.
Is it a hostile lizard? Can I actually? I'll kneel down and I'll offer it some meat, some thigh.
Well, what? Okay. It starts approaching you cautiously, and you're still in the hallway, right?
Yeah, I'm knelt down at the doorway, like, come on, honey. Yeah, I know you're hungry. Your grandmother can tell.
I'm mouthing to Katla, dinosaur.
All right, so yeah, I mean, this thing is probably, it's probably a good, like 5-6 feet long, like with tail.
Who's a big handsome fella? You are.
And it is still, it hasn't quite made its way over to you, but it is approaching you. It's interested in that meat. Slug, Katla, what are you doing?
Katla.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I would just think Katla would hold back, ready to bolt back to her storeroom if necessary, but has her warhammer at the ready.
Okay. Slug,
If
are you
it-
doing anything particular?
No. I am going to similarly have my club at the ready, but otherwise do nothing.
If it seems interested, I think I'll just like huck like a chunk of meat towards it, see if I can sort of just distract it so it can like sort of. Ideally, it just ignores us and eats the meat and allows us to look at the room.
Okay. Give me a. Now that's like, where are you throwing the meat?
Probably like into a corner of the room where there's nothing of interest.
Well, like, I mean, the fucking up left, up right, bottom left, bottom right.
To the right of the doorway, or to the
So,
left
like,
of the
just
doorway.
right there.
If I peek through the door and I toss it to the left into the yeah, there you go.
Okay. And you're just peeking through like this. Throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you throw it, and this very large gecko just darts forward. And, I mean, snaps that meat right out of the air before it even hits the ground. And yeah, the other gecko, on the other hand, drops on you.
Oh
The
no!
one that was on the ceiling in the hallway?
It was on the ceiling, like just inside the door.
Cool.
All right, 20 rounds of combat. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do
Boom.
it. This is
Bring it
gonna
up.
take forever. So, Ethel, give me a defense check.
That'd be a 5.
Oh no.
All right. Well, you're gonna. It's trying to take a chomp on you. So get your armor ready.
Got it.
What'd you get for armor?
1.
Cool. It does 2 damage.
That's -1, baby.
Did Ethel just die?
Omen.
Oh, you're
True.
right. I guess I should omen the defense check. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yes, I would omen the defense check.
It's a 1. Can I re-omen? That seems.
Do you have another omen?
I have 2 more.
All right, go for it, you turkey.
Burn second omen. That's okay. There's 16. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I have 1 omen left.
So you just barely managed to duck your head back into the hallway as that second gecko just drops, just flop.
Oh, he's
right
a hungry
onto the
boy.
Damn. Pardon me. Yeah, that's not really gonna help. Ugh. Now the top of my head's cut off.
You don't need that.
I never did. Ugh. Yeah. So you managed to duck back into the hall as this giant gecko just tries to drop right on you. And so, you know what? Let me ask. Do you guys want to do the group initiative, or do you want to try doing individual initiative?
I'm down with group personally.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think group just goes faster.
Okay. So who wants to roll that group initiative D6?
I have
Go
plus,
for it.
I have +2 agility, so.
If the group initiative's just a straight D6 roll.
All right, we got a 6.
Hey.
All right. Yay, you guys get to go first.
I have
you
something.
guys and gals.
I have something I
So-
would like to try. It's potentially dangerous to everyone.
I've lived a good
Oh.
life.
I want to use Tim's scroll.
All right. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, you can you pick who you target with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just-
So there's a lizard in front of the door, so I can't get into the room to use this. I have to use it from the hallway. Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, you could maneuver around a little bit to see into the room a little better.
That's what I'm doing.
It's not like a little crack door open. That door is open.
Sure. So I figured the way I imagined myself anyway was on this sort of side of the door in the hallway. So from there, I imagine I could see both lizards. And what I will do is cast Roscoe's Consuming Glare.
All right.
Which, if I am successful, D4 creatures will lose D8 hit points each.
Yep.
So I am going to roll my presence check.
Presence.
Oh, God. 11.
You have omens.
Omen. I have one omen. It's worse. I've wasted my omen. And I have failed to cast the spell. So I have to take a D2 of damage.
Yep.
I've taken 1 damage. I'm now at 2.
And you're dizzy for the next hour. I don't know what that means in game effect.
It means you can't use powers for an hour.
Yeah.
So you guys see Slug say, "I'll handle this," and just read like the menu from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and then just get a headache and pass out.
Well, I mean, you don't pass out. You're just hurt.
Yeah, it's just a sort of a momentary blackout.
All right. Katla, Ethel.
I guess Ethel, having been insulted by this, I was trying to be nice to you. You're such a mean young man. And then I'll take my bow that I, in theory, grabbed again, and I'll shoot at the guy in the doorway.
Okay.
And that'll be a 16.
Nice.
And that'll be a D6 of damage. Whoa, onto the ground it goes, and that'll be 3 damage.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, that you get a nice, decent arrow shot into that gecko.
Nice.
Katla.
So I would assume that Katla just yells out, "Get him, Bella!" as she rushes forward. So Bella leaps out of her arm and just goes to a viciously gnaw on the gecko that attacked Ethel.
Okay. So how many hit points does this dog have?
4.
Nice.
Which is double of what Ethel has. and more hit points than Tim.
That is true.
It's a good dog.
So you're just gonna make a vanilla DR12 strength check.
All right. Misses 3.
That'll happen.
And then Katla will come in with her Warhammer, which is a strength check, I believe, right?
Yes.
And miss. Yeah. 7. And she goes, as she misses, she just giggles. Whoops.
It's okay, dearie. It happens to the best of us.
Over here. Little butt. Be a poop. All right. So, yeah, that gecko is just like, and its eyes are just all kind of goggly and looking everywhere at once. And it is going to take a snap at... Actually, it's going to take a snap at Katla because she's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Katla, roll me a defense check.
All right, so DR10. All right. Are you kidding me? I'm going to burn my Omen reroll.
We forgot to use it on Tim, and now we're like, we got to use omens.
Yeah, so that works. She made it. Now I have to roll a 50%. Right, 1, 2, 3. She keeps the omen. 4, 5, 6. It's spent. She keeps the omen.
Nice. And you know what? I'm going to say that other gecko is still chomping on that meat that Ethel gave it.
You're welcome.
And we are back to use guys.
Nice.
Okay. Is it?
I can. Go on.
Is it reasonable that I could grab a chunk of meat from Ethel?
You don't have
Ethel,
to pry
how
it from my
reasonable
cold
is that?
dead hands. No, I'll give him. You know what? I'm gonna give him some forearm meat. That's gamey anyway.
So I'll grab that and I'll pour my black poison onto the meat and toss it to the closest gecko.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to say give me a DR12 presence check for that.
Exactly 12. Nope. Yes, exactly 12.
Okay, yeah. You boop it, like you manage to fling that meat, it boops it right on its snoot, and it just reflexively snatches it.
Okay, it needs to make a
So-
DR14 toughness check.
All right.
How tough are lizards?
Good question.
They're as tough as anything else in this game, which is to say they get, unless it states otherwise, they get no mods. All right. That's fine. You know, it's you sure. I'm just gonna say that does max damage.
Would you roll a 1?
Yes,
Max-
it fumbled.
Max damage is
Um,
6.
Yeah, and it is blinded.
Yep.
It like you see its eyes go like start just going crazy, darting everywhere, and it starts just like as it suddenly can't see anything.
It's
All
the
right.
forearm meat. I'm telling you, it's horrible.
Yes, horrible forearm meat. That's what it is. And I will step back away from the door a little.
Well, before you can step back, Katla, Ethel, what are you doing?
I guess then I will attempt to shoot the blinded one if it's still up.
It's still got a little bit going.
Then yeah, I'll shoot the blind one. That's a 13, and I'll do d6 damage. 6 damage. It is definitely not up anymore. Presumably.
Yeah, no, you like it is. I mean, obviously, this thing is not well to do at this point, and you just sink that arrow. You have time to like aim a little bit and sink that arrow right into its skull.
That's what you get for wasting meat.
Katla,
You're muted, Kenny.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so there's still the gecko that's in the far end of the room, right?
well, basically the other gecko is like in the door. Like if you go in the door
Yeah.
and like immediately to the left,
Right.
it's right there, and it has finished that meat. So it's going to be coming at you guys in a sec.
All right. Katla will step in and take a whack at it with her warhammer.
All right.
16.
Nice.
It's a hit, which I think a warhammer is what, D6 or D? Yeah, 6. And she does 6 damage.
Nice. All right. Is there anything else y'all can do?
Bella will attack the one that Katla attacked, and it gets an 18.
Oh, geez. So what damage does Bella do?
1d4. It does 2
All right.
damage.
2 damage. Well, I mean, you can see her get a really mean grip on this gecko's leg, and she's worrying it, but the gecko doesn't really seem to notice.
Gotcha. Armor.
But this gecko did notice you take a really good whack at it, and it's going to try and bite back.
All right. So it's a agility check.
Yes.
I make it 11.
Nice. So yeah, use guys as backup.
All right. If I'm still going first, I guess I'll just run in and hit this guy with my club. I don't want to try poisoning it again. I'll just do big old hit. That is a 14 to hit.
Nice.
And I will do 1 damage. A solid 1.
Well, your 1 unfortunately does not make it through its armor.
Okay.
I don't have a cool description for it this time, so.
Bounces off of its rubbery flesh.
There you go.
It could do that. It could definitely do that.
That's in the realm of possibility. All right, that's my turn.
Everyone, who's going next?
Isn't the lizard going now?
No.
The lizard just went. He attacked Cat.
Oh my god, I'm a moron.
Yeah.
Katla and Ethel still have to go.
There's one more. Yes. I guess Ethel can slide to the door and try to nice it with the bow.
Sure.
And she won't for the 5.
All right, then Katla will try and take one more whack at it, giggling as she does so. She'll roll 15.
Nice.
And do 2 damage.
Well, I mean, you're getting there.
And then Bella will come in for another bite, going for the tail. Bella will miss.
Damn it, Bella.
She's so enthusiastic,
Right.
but not always accurate.
Oh, bless her heart.
Well, it's the missing eye, right? Depth perception is a problem for Bella.
That would definitely do it.
But
the problem for Katla is that this thing's still kind of like trying to eat you.
Yeah. Oh, so dodge. And not gonna make it, so I will use my omen and re-roll. And we'll make it. I got a 10.
All right.
Do you get your omen back?
The omen?
Oh, good question. Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, you are one lucky little girl.
Yeah, it's called Escaping Fate is the ability.
Yeah.
And she giggles like she realizes like how close the lizard came to biting her arm off, and she just giggles.
So which one of you wants to take a whack next?
I guess I'll do it. I sound so sad about it. I'll do it. Cool. I missed. Slug is really disoriented from the cocaine earlier.
Well, the cocaine and the failed power use.
All right, I guess Bella will go for a bite because she's one little vicious dog, and miss. And then Katla will just like bring down the warhammer. Oh, a 16.
Nice.
And do 2 damage.
Yeah, that just, I mean, literally, she brings that warhammer down, and it just, boing.
belly is the warhammer.
I'm curious though, Katla, what is your strength mod?
0.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Ethel.
I guess Ethel will continue shooting at it with the bow. No, she won't with a 5.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put this die over there.
So, Katla, I guess you are in fact really keeping this thing busy.
All right. Roll.
As it tries to bite you again.
Yep. I dodged 10. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ethel's gonna shoot again.
Go for it.
5, 6. Damn it!
I mean, do you have an omen you could spend on that?
I do, but like I only have 1 left, and I don't feel it's that necessary for just hurting an iguana a little bit.
Gecko.
I'll let
Gecko, sorry.
I'll let see if Bella will do it, because I just have a feeling this is just little dog is just gonna kill something. Nope, misses. And Katla will get a 19. Holy shit! Come on, roll high. Son of a bitch! On damage, it's the 3rd time I've rolled a 2.
Well, I mean, you're getting there.
All right.
Hold on. Gotta write that in. I mean, eventually you're gonna get it.
I have done 12 to attack.
Congrats. What kind of damage did you do?
A 1 kind. Kind of number 1.
Well, it's
We're
rubber,
crushing
it's
these
rubbery
combats.
flesh absorbs that damage.
You tickled it.
Did I? I'm not sure I did.
Oh boy.
What did I get for that?
So I'm assuming it's biting me again.
Did we?
Jason,
Have
are
we
you
lost
with us?
Jason?
He says
He's just
fuck
really.
cat.
He's really concentrating on the.
He's in
Nope,
He's in the Twitch chat cursing out his cat. So I think the cat jumped on the keyboard, most likely.
I can only assume that the iguana gecko has killed itself
Yeah, that's my
on
assumption.
accident, and that he exploded into gold, and that we all got the gold, and then we had a party.
Why not?
I mean, there's no GM to say otherwise, so I gotta go with it.
So, how many cuts of gecko meat do we each want?
Gecko's human adjacent. In terms of meat, if you're an expert in the way that Ethel is, she'll take 1.
Ethel, please explain your last statement.
I mean, if you had a gecko meat or human meat?
Yes.
If you haven't, then I can't really explain it to you.
He's gonna say Slug's going to say yes. Whether or not he's telling the truth is a matter that will not
Hey,
be
Jay, you're
resolved
back.
tonight.
Hey, sorry about that.
Cat chew through a cable or what?
He went behind. He likes to go behind the computer sometimes, and he will jostle something, and everything goes down.
The cat's the real boss of this whole dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what the fuck just happened?
We got a bunch of gold and had a party, I believe is what happened.
Yeah, we got out of
like,
we got out of the
before
pyramid.
I think you were rolling an attack against Katla, if I recall.
Yeah,
Or-
Katla.
The gecko.
That makes sense.
All right, so I'll go to
Katla,
dodge.
roll me some defense.
I dodged 14.
Nice.
And then Ethel will take a shot at it with a different die this time. I have 3. This is my last d20. Hey, 19! The sparkly pink one wins.
All right.
That's 3 damage. Not much better in the damage department.
You're getting there.
Whittling it away.
You're really getting there. I mean, this thing it's hurting, but it's still up and going.
I will now kill the gecko.
Bold statement.
Oh, I'm okay.
16 to hit.
All right.
And 1 damage.
6 damage.
It will be so.
Oh! And you got through its armor.
Yes, I did.
All right. So you have smunched that second gecko.
And I
They are
very
both
nearly
dead.
killed the first one.
Congratulations,
Poison.
everyone. You've killed a couple lizards.
I highly recommend that nobody try to eat the meat from the first lizard.
So what's in this room? Is there anything of note in this room?
Sure. As you look around, I mean, it's obviously not a large room. And you find behind the bed where the first gecko emerged from, there is a dead half-eaten body.
Gregory Jr.
Pardon?
Gregory Jr.
A what kind of a body? A man, a woman, a monster?
You know what? You can't really tell.
It's more of a mound.
This thing's been munching on it for a bit, but what you can tell is whatever sort of person this body belonged to was extremely pale. Like, think in D&D terms what drow elves should look like.
If you haven't seen the sun for a while.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It is exceedingly pale, and it is wearing a mask of a gold inlaid mask of some sort of bird-like creature.
I will take that mask.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm a bird.
Well, yes, you are, and I pinch your little cheeks.
Bella just looks up and growls.
Quiet, dog.
Are you going to butcher the non-toxic gecko?
Absolutely. And I'm going to try to cut the stomach open and get my meat back that I threw at him.
I'm going to butcher the toxic one, but I'm going to make sure to keep. I'm going to make sure to keep the possibly toxic meat in a different pouch from anything I'm planning to eat.
All right, so I'm going to get a DR12 presence check from both of y'all.
Okay.
14.
22.
Did you crit that?
No, I have +3 presence, so that's a 19.
Okay. All right. So each of you give me a D4 roll for number of rations that you can butcher up from this meat.
3 meats. I got 6 meats total.
And I have 3 poisoned meats.
So slug, then poisoned meat.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to rule, at least for like another day or so, they are going to act as the black poison, but half strength.
Copy that. So same
DR7,
toughness check. Oh,
DR7 toughness and D3 damage.
Got it. Okay.
But you've got more of them?
If we just keep doing this, we'll have infinite poisons. It's like a soap bottle. We just fill with water over and over again.
Yes. I have time.
Is there? You said there were shelves in this room. Is there anything on them of worth looking at?
Well, there is a writing. There really
Ah.
isn't. The geckos and the gold inlaid mask were the big thing, the big ticket items of the room.
Nice.
How many rations do y'all have altogether?
I think we have 6 untainted and 3 tainted.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have no untainted rations on my person. I'm just planning to kill and eat Ethel.
Well, Slug, how hurt are you?
I am at 2 of 6.
So, Ethel, are you willing to share those rations?
Oh, there's plenty to go around, dearie.
Okay, so I'm assuming y'all are catching your breath, having a quick bloody bite to eat, and if you have been hurt, heal a D4.
I'm back up to 2.
I am up to 5.
Nice. All right, so do y'all want to push on a little bit? It is 11. It's 11:20 right now.
Do you think there's anything we could reasonably complete in the next 10 minutes, or should we go ahead and make a sequel out of this?
Right now, I kind of think we should make a sequel out of this.
I'm good with a sequel.
Yeah.
All right. I think there are a number.
But give us some sort of amazing cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I was hoping to do that. I was hoping to be like, oh, and bum, but
And then
more,
Tim's body walks through the door.
And says, "Where are my ribs?"
Okay, so you guys.
In my D&D game, I actually did have a plot point revolving around a dead villain from earlier in the campaign wanting his finger back.
Nice.
I want my finger back.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything really good for like a good cliffhanger. It's more just okay. You settled down for a minute, and yeah,
All right.
there's nothing really exciting here right now.
Hey, works for
Well,
me.
you're kind of close to some exciting stuff, but if you get to that exciting stuff, it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, Steve, are you able to save that mapping?
Kind of, sort of. I have just downloaded a copy of it, which is the best I can do.
Okay.
So I'll put that in my Merkborg folder, and I can recreate it next time.
Well, put it in your Merkborg folder under a subfolder entitled The Lost City.
The Lost City.
Damn it! I was hoping it'd be the last couple of rooms.
That was very funny.
And yeah, that's about it for tonight, I guess.
Cool.
All right. Well, hey,
we more
thank you.
supports.
I thank all of you for coming in for this. Sadly, we lost Tim.
But I like Catla.
Catla's good.
Good.
I like that she has a
Good.
dog that I hate. Perhaps only because we're cutting the session in half. Slug has now survived twice.
True.
That's,
True.
I
And
might
Ethel
get it.
cannot be killed, so
That
She
seems
is
to
a
be
goblin.
the case.
It's probably going to be a little bit till y'all level up again, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy with how you guys are doing. There's a
Except
whole
Tim.
bunch more of this to go, so like I am willing to run this until we either get bored of it or get through it.
Yeah. Thank you for running it. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
good times.
It floors me how much this game was on like the periphery of my like tabletop RPG. Like, oh, I've heard of it, but I'm not a big OSR person. But this seems interesting, and it was you like getting me into this, and then going, oh, ooh, this is like I like this. Yeah, fuck it, I'll run this.
All right.
So yeah, no, I appreciate you introducing me to this game because I really like it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that I've never had to run it. I've only been a player in Merkborg. So next week is Hypertellurians. Jason signed up, and I believe he's the only one. Hypertellurians is a book I bought the same day I bought Merkborg. It's the same form factor, though. Very cool art, but not quite as, I don't know, high concept
In
as
your
the
face?
design. Yeah, it's not quite as unreal as the design of Merkborg, but it's a very cool book.
I don't think its graphic design comes together quite as well.
No, it's more just a collection of cool paintings to decorate a regular ass book.
Yeah.
But it's still cool book, and it's a fun
Yeah.
game. So look into it if either of you guys wants to join with us.
Definitely.
That'll be in a week.
I still have no idea what I'm running.
That's fine. So for the sequel to tonight, we have the schedule filled out through early September, but most of them don't have anyone signed up. So probably I'll replace something pretty soon, but I'll get with all of you guys and figure out when
We can
people
plan
are
it.
available. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rad.
just let me know, and I mean, I'm enjoying running this, so yeah.
Cool.
And I would not mind it being like 2 months. Like I would not mind it being less than 2 months before I get back to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think none of us want to wait until we forget what happened.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, good night, guys, and
All
I'll
right,
see
good night.
everyone next time.
Woo.